Hi, it's David Shummy from Jump the Divide, and I just wanted to give you 3 great tips that you can apply in your business straight away. Now, I've learned a lot off many people over the years, and a couple of things stick in my mind, and I'd like to share them with you because you can take them straight away and action them and actually do something good for your business. So the first thing is your target market and who you concentrate on selling to. Now, partly you've got 2 types of people that will buy from your business, or they're in 2 kind of mindsets. People that are interested in an ongoing relationship with you that will become repeat customers and go on to have great lifetime value. And another type of customer who's solely focused on product, features and price. Now, if you're a big box retailer or a big box business, you often have the advantage of scale. So you can compete on the product and the price. But when you're a small business, you really don't have that luxury of being able to just compete on those grounds. So I'd suggest that you actually take a different approach and look at trying to attract customers who want to form a relationship with your business. Now, if I give you an example, for example, if you were a fishing shop and I might be a fishing enthusiast. Now, when I'm starting out and I'm going to learn how to fish, I might actually go to a professional fishing shop and get advice because I don't know what I'm doing. But really, what a lot of people do is they go down to their local Kmart or Walmart or wherever and buy a fishing kit, or they might buy a book, read about it, and try to take their kid fishing. Now that's okay for a while, because what happens is that person may develop a passion for fishing, or they may actually start to fish and use just the economical route. But really, as someone gets into it, they may want to actually catch more fish. And so they go to a professional shop and they say, look, what am I doing wrong here? And gradually that salesperson in the store would form a relationship with them and start to say things like, well, where do you want to learn to fish? Or what type of fishing do you want to do? And where do you want to learn and how do you want to learn to fish? And are you interested in using some things like lures or learning bait fishing, or what sort of equipment might you require to do those things? So the fishing sales rep might actually form a relationship with a customer and gradually get them to change their point of view from I'm just going to buy a fishing rod and a reel and go for the cheapest dollar to something that's actually going to help me catch more fish. And over time that relationship will improve and the person will return to the store, buy more bait, buy more lures, and gradually as they're introduced to higher and higher quality gear, they spend more and more money with that store and enhance that store's profitability. Now, if the fishing shop just decided to have compete like Kmart with having the cheapest fishing reels and the cheapest rods and things like that, they wouldn't be able to employ the quality staff that they need to actually form the relationship with a client. So I'd suggest the first thing that you can do is think about your focus and how you can focus on attracting clients that want to form a relationship with you. Now, customers can have a relationship with you and still buy on product, features and price. And that often happens when they might be buying something that they're going to give away, or maybe they're going to they just need one of your products for a quick fix for something. So under different circumstances, the same customer could be a product customer and could also be a relationship focused customer. Now, what I want to put to you is the way most businesses deal with this is when a customer comes to their shop or their business, or they do business online, they start to form that relationship after the customer has purchased. Now, what I'd like to suggest is that you start to form that relationship before the customer's purchased. So you need to actually have a relationship with your prospects. And you need to have a relationship with people who are just suspects. They're out there, they've got to get to know you. So there are ways of doing that by using YouTube and Facebook and other social media to try and get a relationship going with your future customers. And you'll need to use certain technology to help you do that, but that's what brings me on to the second thing that you can do to improve your business. So first up, think about relationships and how you can actually improve the relationship with your customer. Now, the second thing is, well, how do you actually get that relationship and improve the relationship before they even become a customer? Now, you can use things like autoresponders or customer relationship management systems. Now, there are different types of things. You don't particularly want your salespeople keying data into systems all day. You want your salespeople actually selling. But you can use some quite good systems to actually establish a regular communication and provide information to your clients. Now, one thing you can do is you can shoot videos like I'm doing here. You can put them on YouTube and actually provide good advice for clients. Now, what that does is that gives them great value before they ever become a client of yours. So your prospects will see that content and get some good value out of it, learn about it, and then if they want you to help them implement, they'd come and see you. So there are things like, there are different businesses that actually provide that service to you. There are some software applications and there's lots of different ones. I've tried several, and if you actually want to learn about the CRM systems that we use, I've got a special webinar where I'll show you and go more in depth into that. And you'll find the link to that webinar below this video. So first of all, I think you need to focus on the relationship and how you can start to establish that relationship and manage it on an ongoing basis. Now, there's another part to the puzzle, and this is the third thing that you can do. And this third thing helps everything in your business. And it might seem quite a simple thing, but many people overlook it as a successful thing that you should try. And that is increasing your prices. Now, in prices, I should sort of say, well, really, what you need to do is increase your margin. And a small increase in margin will put a lot of extra dollars into your pocket and help your net profit. So discounting is something that is really dangerous, and I don't recommend discounting. But there are ways that you can do things like offering soft dollar incentives. Now, a soft dollar incentive might be where if someone, say, bought 2 of these things, they got a third one free. Now, that third thing is only really what you are paying your raw cost or your wholesale cost for. So it is far better doing it that way than offering a discount off the top end. Now, one good thing about improving your margin, and this is a tip I learned many years ago from a man called Damien Parker. And he said to me, David, look, you've really got to go out and call your suppliers and negotiate a discount with them. And I thought, okay. And he said to me, someone who gives up smoking and after 10 years, do they actually have that money? And I thought about it for a minute. He said, well, you know what you do? He said, go and open a separate bank account, and every time you negotiate a discount or if you buy something at a discount, you deposit the equal amount of the discount into the bank account. Now, what that does is it gets you focused on saving the money. So this is one area where you can save money. So if, for example, you're spending $10,000 a month with a particular supplier, if you could just negotiate a 5% discount with that supplier on an ongoing basis, that would equate to $500 a month. Now, what you do is you write a check to yourself and put that $500 into that savings account. That way, after the year, you've saved that $6,000 that you've been saving, $500 every month, and you've actually now got a nest egg that you can work with. This technique helped me save the money for my first home. And in fact, over an 18-month period, just by negotiating discounts with my suppliers, I was able to save $28,000. That $28,000 went straight into my first home loan deposit. So it's a really good tip. Now, the other thing about margin has the greatest effect on your net profit. So yes, you can negotiate discounts, but another way is increasing prices. Now, that goes hand in hand with that first type of customer. So when you're dealing with a product and benefits and price focused customer, they can go and shop around. So if someone was buying a television, for example, there are hundreds of television sellers out there, and they can look at the best model, the different features, and then just walk down the road and check the price at the next retailer. And then they'll just buy from the cheapest person. Whereas if you're thinking about things, the person that actually wants to establish a relationship with you, they're not so focused on price. They're more interested in some of the other intangible benefits that you can offer. So as I was saying with the fishing shop example, I might get some hot tips from that particular salesperson who tells me about his secret spot where he always nails a few big fish. Now, that kind of information has a value. So I'm likely to go back to that store because I'm interested in catching a better fish, and he might provide me the place where they're biting, the times, and what particular bait to use. So I value that relationship. And on an ongoing basis, he's able to sell me more product, and I'm not so concerned about price because what he's going to do is going to give me the best solution for my problem. The other thing could be said about, say, computer networks. Like if you had a computer for home, you might have no problem in just buying a simple one from a local store. But if, for example, you were running a big medical operation and you needed all your computer systems up all the time, and if it was mission critical, if that computer system failed, someone died, well, then you wouldn't be going and just buying the simplest computer. You'd be making sure you had a relationship with that computer company, with the technician that would actually maintain and ensure that your system didn't fail. Now, what is that worth? That is where you have elasticity in prices. And being able to stretch your price so that you can increase your margin is going to have a huge impact on your bottom line. Now, I'll have some additional notes where you can have a look at the different percentages that a small change in margin has. So you'll be able to download that. I'll also have a link to that underneath this video. And if you're reading this, it'll be in the transcript. So there are 3 things you can do straight away. It's focus on relationships, look at how you can establish a customer contact system. Now that can be as simple as just writing a letter to them, but there are technology, there is software that can help you do that, and I'll show you that in a webinar. And also, if you do all those things and get your customer focused on the relationship, you can then increase your prices, and that's going to have a huge effect on your net profit. Now, if you want me to help you get more customers, more leads, stay on top of the technology, I really suggest you meet me sometime. We have a coffee or we have a little chat online. I'd love to help you and set you on the right course. So this has been David Shumey from Jump the Divide. I look forward to seeing you again soon.